This is just all the levels of cringe. I already feel it. Should we fuck with
I can
settings?
actually see it.
It's in English.
Probably.
I personally like subtitles. Because I don't like it when things are loud and then suddenly whisper and then you miss everything. So I think we're gonna leave it as is. Oh, this is gonna be so fucking cringe. Oh yeah. That was so loud.
I don't know if it'll actually be able to load it for me.
It's so loud.
You're listening to Radio August.
Yeah, my
Dark
connection is
Nights
buffering really
with
badly.
Poe and Monroe.
It's 5
get
o'clock,
here.
and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are
Or like
appealing for
even when
information
it does
following
actually
the
play, it
murder
plays
of
for like
21-year-old
10
Dorota Shaw.
seconds and then just
Miss
stops.
Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the
love the
department's
cringe.
confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
This part I kind of like. It's very pretty.
I just see your mouse in a black screen.
It's like running paint. Oh god, it's so loud. We have to be able to get
You
the
need to
settings.
learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Ooh, talk dirty. Ooh, I have to turn you down. Hold on. Oh
Oh,
god,
not
we
too
have
loud, sorry.
options already. Hold on, can I can go to settings. Let me turn down the volume.
What
This has got to come the
what are-
fuck down. We're going to
What
like
are the
60.
options?
Literally, I only have one. It's just who are you? But Courtney,
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you down a little. All right. Get you back to your 82 or whatever you live at. All right, here we go.
Sorry.
Exactly. Rewind.
What? Play it again. It rewound the whole thing.
What?
What is this shenanigans? The shapeshifting detective.
I don't know. Like,
They're gonna make us watch the intro again. Is
You're
that-
listening
see
to
anything.
Radio August.
I couldn't
Dark
even get to see
Nights
it for the first
with
time.
Poe and Monroe.
It's literally playing
It's 5
again.
o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for
I mean, I do like the
information
opening,
following
though,
the
so I'm
murder
not
of
totally
21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered
It's
last
fine.
night. Chief DuPont is calling the
Eventually
crime
I
a
will look
violent
there
and
someday.
despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's
It's just
confidential tip
refusing to load.
hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Here we go.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Thank you.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Oh. Okay, so you had to choose the trash can
Oh, what?
option. So they had two choices. They had the actual, like, who are you? And then it had a trash can. And you had to hold it to basically stay silent. So, I don't know. I'm trying to see if he's moving. But it looks like it's a still frame of him. Which is, like, eerie. It's very eerie.
I wish
Alright.
I could see it.
He wants to know whether or not
wish I-
we know why we're here. Should I say yes or no?
Probably no.
The dead girl. And this.
Oh god, it's so
What
cringe.
exactly were you thinking?
Was that the
You
wrong
have one
choice?
job.
He's upset.
Don't get caught.
He's very upset.
He's upset that we
You
don't
think
know
you
why
can
we're
do it
there.
This time?
Yeah.
Why is he so mad?
I'm gonna hold the trash can button because the last time the trash can was here, this was what we needed to do. And when I spoke to him, we like rewound, and I don't want to live through that again. Okay.
You're going to a town called August.
They named a
Find
town
Chief
after a
DuPont.
month. Oh my
He's gonna
god.
think you're someone else.
Why'd they name a town after a month?
I don't
This
know.
person.
I mean, it's probably real, but like people need to just get
This?
creative.
Is who you are now. Understood?
It's like that world building meme where they're like, when naming places for a world, it's like, I can't choose this name, I already used it before. And they're like, there's like a whole bunch of Essexes everywhere. I'm gonna say yes to understood, or should I just not talk to him at all? Should I just keep trash canning?
No, I would say yes.
Okay, because he's like, do you understand?
Splendid.
And Courtney,
Yeah,
if you
like, I
can't do
understand
Discord
now.
and
If
the
someone so
stream,
much
it might
as
be best to like
sniffs that you're different.
close Discord and then do the stream, because then you can at least type. I know
You'll be
that sucks,
deprecated.
but not being able to see is gonna suck.
Yeah, but
Why do you have like demonic possession
yes, but
voice?
then
We expect you to use your ability.
I'm also
Just
lagging
don't
behind
get
on the
caught.
stream, aren't I?
And never, ever
By like half a second.
change into a
Alright,
child.
I mean,
In brighter news, August
try it
resident Mia
for a little
French
bit, see how
is
it
If it doesn't work
celebrating
any
the
better, you
return
can
of
always
her
come
missing
back to voice
pooch,
chat.
Barley, the 8-month-old basset
Yeah,
hound
that's fine.
puppy,
Alright.
was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
How long do we want to live here? As long as it takes, or I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm not sure is a more like organic response. As long as it takes seems a little ominous to me. I don't know. Courtney, did you survive? Did you make it to chat life? Are you still struggling? Are you just broken? Is it not working at all? Alright. I'm gonna go with I'm not sure, because that feels organic.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
That's a very positive way to look. Okay, so I can ask about visitors, or I can remain silent with the trash can. What's up with my character portrait? It's like ghost faces in all the directions. I'm gonna ask questions, because we're here to investigate, I think. Alright, here we go.
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
We're gonna get a tarot reading. Oh no, okay, let's just go right for the bait. Why would we stay quiet about asking about visitors, but we're gonna just blatantly ask about the murderer? That feels reversed, like...
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you.
Chief DePaul.
You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief.
I am
Your room is
lost.
just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Oh man, predicting the future? I mean, I do love me a tarot card reading.
I'm gonna have to say a no-go on that. I literally saw something about the carpets are priceless, and then it wouldn't go.
Oh god, your internet must be shite. Okay, so then I would recommend probably just closing the stream, and I can just, like, describe it to you.
I have no internet.
Yeah, so basically we're walking to our room, and then I stumble on this bitch doing a tarot reading, and I have two options, like predicting the future with a question mark, or I'm just looking for my room. So because you know how I feel about tarot cards, so I'm like predicting the future.
Yeah, it totally do predict
Yeah.
the
You
future.
don't
Come
believe?
on.
Oh, now we can say we believe or don't believe, so I'm gonna choose I believe.
Yeah, we believe.
That sounds
We are
serious.
believers.
You must have a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Oh, this is so weird. I wish like they had done it on a loop where like the people were still moving a little, but then like, you know what I mean, just loop some frames, because when they like stop moving and they like freeze frame while you're making a choice, it's like I don't
Really
know.
weird?
It weirds me out. Yeah, because it's like, oh, is this how people's brains work? Is this what they think life is like?
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd
That's
like a
funny,
reading.
though.
So she's gonna do a reading. I think we should get one, but I'm also afraid we'll be murdered when we sit down and have our back to any doors. But it's fine.
I mean,
So,
last time I tried to get
what's your question,
tried to
Sam?
get a thing, I ended up being murdered, so it's fine.
Okay, so we have two choices for questions. We can ask her if she's guilty for the tarot reading, which I feel might not be very good detective work, or we can ask if will I win, which is confusing and that feels a little fourth wall breaky. You know what I mean? Why are we asking
Yeah.
will I win? Why can't we say will we solve the case? So which one do you want me to choose? Will I win or are you guilty?
I mean, will I win at least seems more along the line of the campiness of this rather than are you guilty?
I mean, we could totally play through again too and just make all the cringe choices where it's like this
Yeah.
doesn't sound like a good option.
The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Enjoy the
Did
journey.
you win?
But remember,
She drew the fool and
Not
said that
everything
she's
is
going to see
winnable.
us again. And now she's telling us
I'm
to
in
remember
one
that
and
not
that's
everything
Sam
is
McCall. Ryan's
winnable.
in 2, Lexi's in 3. Which
Okay.
one are you in, Sam?
Ooh, she wants to know what room we're in.
What room are we in?
Oh, well, we're in the last on the left, but I don't know if we should tell her because someone's the fucking killer.
I mean, she seems trustworthy.
Oh god, you're terrible at this. Why are you the one? we need people
That
in
was
chat
totally
making choices. You're
sarcastic.
terrible. No, I don't trust you
You're not
anymore.
even-
You just got like
That
a
was
minus
totally
100.
sarcastic.
You're like trying to get my body to be in a fucking river. That's
You're not fucking listening. That was totally sarcastic. What are you, deaf?
Mysterious.
I
Come
went
on,
with
of
I'd
course
rather
you
not
don't
say.
fucking tell her.
Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Yeah,
do.
I'm not that stupid. Of course you don't fucking tell her. Like, what?
So she just said, I'm pretty sure she just said that she already knew what
I
room
saw
we were in
her
anyway.
chest rise.
Oh god, it's
And-
moving and we have choices.
She was breathing.
Tune radio, go to your
short
room,
and
hail a
shallow
cab.
breaths. But
Tune
she
the
was
radio.
breathing. I looked her over.
Turn off
Her
or
face
leave.
was partially covered in bloody hair.
They're explaining about the murder.
I clasped my hand over hers,
Listen for a
reassuring
minute, you might
her
get
as
important
she
details.
lightly squeezed my hand. I spoke to her. Hang on. I'm going to call for help. Just please, don't die. I tried to stay calm as I pulled my phone from my pocket and dialed.
Oh god.
Her hand squeezed mine.
I'm not gonna lie, this is
Just a little
triggering my
tighter,
anxiety just a
as I
tiny,
began
tiny
to
bit.
pull her hair away from her
Why?
face.
What's up?
Her
Because she's
breath was
describing the
becoming
murder and we're like
much
freeze
more
frame, not
shallow,
going anywhere.
and her grip weakened. The operator answered after the second ring.
You are
Hello?
the murder.
What is your emergency? I hit a woman. It was dark. I didn't see her.
Has she revealed
I came
anything
around the
important
curve
yet?
and she was
Nope.
just there and I hit
Car
her.
accent
and
they're
she's twisted
describing.
weird and-
And someone calling it in.
My calm was
Alright, just leave then. It
unraveling.
doesn't look like we're getting anything important
Sir,
on the radio.
calm down.
Turn it off or leave.
I could hear
Because I
her
can do
typing
both.
what
I can
was
turn it
telling
off
her.
and then leave.
Where did this happen?
Yeah, fuck, I turn it off and then leave.
Okay.
What happens if you hail a cab? Can you actually just leave?
Alright, tune radio, go to room, hail a cab. I don't know.
Shits and giggles, try it.
Go to room or hail a cab?
Hail a cab, see what happens.
I would imagine that's for like, when we finished.
Oh.
You know
okay,
what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah, just go to the room then. It's fine.
The goal is
Hold it.
probably to like figure out who the killer is before the killer kills you.
Yeah, let's go get shanked in our rooms.
So we're in the room. Oh god, we're just walking around the room. It's doing a panorama of it. Oh god, when the killer pops out of nowhere and screams, I'm gonna jump out of my fucking flesh. That's what's
This is
about
gonna
to
be
happen.
great. This is fantastic. I love this.
And it's like shaky cam too. It's like someone from the Blair Witch filmed this. Leave shifting locked.
Yeah, leave it locked.
Oh,
What?
because we're literally going to be able to shapeshift later. Okay, so I guess we're going to hail a cab because that's our only option right now.
Okay.
All right, we can visit the chief or we can visit the guest house, which is where we came from. So we want to go to the chief.
Yeah, do it.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont.
We're talking to
Wasn't sure you'd
DuPont.
come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead.
Oh, they're showing us the body.
Strangled.
Mm.
I know who did it, but I need proof.
Yay! We get to see a corpse.
Ooh, he thinks it's the tarot readers who did it.
Oh no.
So we can either ask about the victim, or we can ask why the tarot readers.
I would ask why they think the tarot readers. That seems
Because
like an
they
important
predicted
detail.
it. The older one,
They're
Bronwyn,
saying
she
because
came
they
into my office
predicted
last
it.
night, talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. Doing
That's
my best not to lock her up.
literally their job is to read the future. Why is that a reason to be
Yeah,
suspicious
and
of
then
them?
the only option we have is crazy, so I'm gonna listen to what he says.
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
So he's saying that the murder victim was basically killed despite the police being warned, because he assumed she was high because she was like talking about tarot. And now the only thing we have is why isn't she in jail? So I'm gonna choose that.
A valid question. If they're so sure
Because
she's a killer, why isn't she in
things,
jail?
I don't have enough on her. That's where
He
you come
literally,
in.
he
If the
literally
guest
just
house
said
stays
because
free,
things.
I need you to work the case.
And he's like,
and
we don't
report
have.
back to me.
Yeah,
Find
he's
out
like, we
things
don't
from
have
the inside.
evidence.
Can you do it?
You have no proof. Then how is she the killer? Oh.
Yeah, so we have to find evidence, which makes sense, but I don't know why we had to come here for him to tell us that. Apparently, we're new to our job, too. We don't even understand how to put a case together. So we're choosing nope or I'll try, because he wants to know if we'll do it.
I mean, they're all literally only suspicious of her because tarot stuff. I don't know if that's a good reason to try and
Well, we're just looking for proof about the murder. So, like, I don't think it necessarily means we're trying to frame her. We're trying to investigate the case.
I mean, yeah, okay. We'll
I think if
try
we
that.
chose nope, we'd be, like, declining the job.
It's fine. We'll try. We'll try and
Okay.
not frame.
I'll be
tarot
telling everyone
card
that you've
reader.
been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but
Oh, God.
only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out,
Dusty, go.
I'll help you.
Oh, my
You're not gonna
God.
hold my stuff. Nope.
So now he's telling us that we don't really have any authority, and that that we're to go there and question people, but not to touch anyone and not to upset anyone, because we really don't have authority here. So
Wait, if we have
but,
no authority,
yeah.
then why are we even on the case?
But
what?
he's like, if you help me out, I'll help you out. So we can choose help me out, and then the other question is, where's my badge and gun?
Where's my magic gun? That's a valid question, though. Where the hell is my magic gun?
I agree, but also, like, why help us out, though? So let's go with badge and gun, because that does seem like the more obvious question.
You don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise.
He says, no
Come
badge
find
and
me when
gun,
you're
just a hope
settled.
and a promise.
This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam.
That's a
Don't
terrible
blow it.
answer. Fine, I guess we'll help.
Then he said it's Second Chance Sunday for us. I don't understand. Oh, God. What is
What?
this? Okay, so we can ask him about people. We can ask him about Violet. So we can ask him about Dorota, which is the victim. Oh, God,
Okay.
this is going to be so horrible for me because I'm so bad with names. We can ask where was she killed, but they showed us a picture and she was in a bedroom. And we already heard that she was killed in the guest house, but I guess we could ask and see if he says anything different. Then we can say, what can you tell me about Violet? Then we can ask, what do we know? And then, the one that made me say, oh God, is, do you have an alibi for last night? And it also has a trash can option, so I'm assuming we can, like, delete that so we don't ever accidentally make that life choice.
Yeah.
But...
I feel like we should probably ask about the victim.
Okay.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Okay, now it only gives us when she killed. So she was a cellist, and she was going to go to Juilliard.
Don't read the paper, do
Okay.
you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m.
Monday the
according to
9th,
coroner.
9 p.m. She
We got a
supposedly
call from
died.
the mother just after 10 p.m.
Okay.
And they found the body at 10 p.m. So she was dead for an hour.
Okay. Our time slot for the killer then.
So now we can say, where was she killed? We can ask about Violet. And we can say, what do we know?
We should ask where she was killed so that we can
In her
put
bedroom.
together a map
Her
of the entire
bedroom.
area.
She was naked.
She was naked.
Strangled.
I don't know how that was relevant. And she was
No
strangled.
signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a
Naked and strangled.
scene to look
Okay,
at.
so
There
either.
was
Okay,
one
she was
thing
not
that
sexually
was
assaulted, so
between
that's
you and
good.
me. Dorota had
Oh,
a
okay.
gold coin in
That
her.
is good.
She had a
I was
gold
gonna say-
coin
Tears
in her
won't sound
mouth.
Not a word of this.
And he doesn't want us to tell anyone.
Only the killer would know.
A gold coin.
Yeah, and he says not to tell anyone because it's the only thing only the killer would know.
Yeah. So if anyone, it's so what we should do is ask the tarot card reader, what she knows about the person,
And see if she
if
says
might
there's a
say-
gold coin, and then it turns out she's a legit psychic, but we have her put on death's row anyway.
Well, no, because like if it turns either not, it's not like we're not trying to lead her into it, but we're also trying to figure out if she is a legit psychic or if she's a killer faking psychic abilities.
True.
Happens to know.
We still have some options too. We can ask him, what can you tell me about Violet? Which I don't remember who Violet is. That might have been the bitch we talked to who greeted us, but I don't know.
The tarot card reader?
No, because it was a lady who was like running the house.
Oh, okay.
Let's find out who Violet even is.
All here runs
She
the local
runs the guest house. Okay,
Lovely
that's who I
lady.
thought she was.
Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Ooch, we can say nothing, or we can just trash can.
I would trash can.
Because that's remaining silent.
Look, if it's about the
Yeah.
pills, I already know.
Oh, that was a good choice. He said if it's about the pills, I already know.
What pills?
That's a good question. We learned something. So now we can say, what do we know? So I'm going to ask him that one.
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
And then he basically is telling us he doesn't know anything that we should investigate. So by staying silent, we actually did find out something. I'm wondering about the alibi. I don't know if we should ask him now or if we should leave. Because if he's the killer, we don't want to be like, hey, we suspect you and we have no proof.
Yeah, I feel like for now we should leave and ask other people around, and then maybe if we find nothing else, we should go back to him and talk to him.
Okay. So now we can go to the guest house.
Yep.
So we're back here.
Can we investigate the scene of the murder?
Ooh, we have a lot of choices. We've got Visit Violet, Visit Bronwyn, or whatever her name is. That's the medium who read us. Visit Rain, we haven't met them. Visit Lexi, we haven't met them. We can tune the radio, we can go to our room, and we can hail a cab.
Maybe visit the tarot card reader again?
I think we should go to her first.
No, wait, actually, no, we should talk to Violet because we don't know anything about her yet.
Well, Violet is the guest, the lady who runs the guest house. She's the one who greeted us when we came in and asked, like, how
Right,
long
so-
we'd stay. I'm thinking we should
Right,
talk
so
to one of the other two, the ones we don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, because if we talk to Violet, we might be able to get some prior knowledge about the guests, and she might have seen something.
We might be
that-
able to actually ask her about the pills.
That too.
All right, let's go to
I
Violet.
assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Yes. We do have the option. Chief DuPont said you were talking about pills. What for? Do you want to ask it? We've got other questions. We have, do you know the victim, basically. We have, who are the other guests, which she kind of already told us before, but maybe we'll get more details. And the last question is, what were you doing last night? So I don't think we should point any fingers at her or anyone right now.
You know, let's avoid the pill thing and ask about,
Avoid the pill
what-
thing?
avoid
Okay.
the pill thing. Because if we put heat on her, it might make her suspicious.
Well, she already told the chief of police. So I think we should find out about it before anything happens, because for all we know, she'll fucking die first.
Okay, if you really think so.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a
She
very
takes clozapine.
anxious person.
Clozapine. What's that for?
Oh, shit. So we can say it does treat schizophrenia, but we can ask, that's for schizophrenia, isn't it? Or we can remain silent.
I'd remain silent. She probably wouldn't like us pointing that out.
Okay,
I gotta mute for a minute, hold on.
you're good. Alright, I'm gonna go for the obvious question then while you're muted. And I'm gonna ask if she, like, what does she know about the victim? Did she know the victim?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
And then we have the option to, because she said that she was a precious lamb, or she assumed she was a precious lamb. So we can ask her more about that. Or we can stay silent. I'm going to press this one.
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Okay. That was not a good parallel for her to draw. She was like, lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Ooh, judgmental. Ooh, she said she thought she was slutty, so we can either ask her about her sluttiness or we can be silent. I think we're gonna have to press a little to get some answers. I think asking about this other lady being slutty isn't gonna be something that's gonna get us in trouble.
Alright, yeah, I'd press about that one a little bit.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Okay, cool. And she told us that she doesn't want to speak ill of the dead, but we can ask her boyfriend. And so I'm gonna ask, where do we
Oscar
find him?
lives at the vicarage next
Oh,
to the
good.
church.
New person. Now we'll get more knowledge.
Don't
about
tell
New
him I
person,
sent
new
you, though.
location.
I'm sure he's sick of seeing people
it.
already.
Nice.
And
More
then
knowledge, more information.
she asked us not to tell him that she sent us.
That's
So
fine. We could probably do that.
yeah, we can avoid that. I don't see anything wrong with that right now. It does make her suspicious though, in my book, because anytime anyone's like, "Don't tell so and so this," I'm like, "Yeah, you hella sus."
Super sus.
Yeah.
But we'll work around that. It's fine. We'll work around it for now.
So we have, who are the other guests? And we've got, what were you doing last night? So do we want to ask about the guests?
Yes, before we ask her what she was doing, we want to ask about the
Tarot
guests.
readers.
Because I'm afraid if
I'm
we ask
thinking
her
of asking
what
them
she
to
was doing,
leave,
she'll clam
actually.
up immediately.
Ooh, she doesn't like the tarot readers. She said she's
Oh, at
thinking about
all?
asking them to leave. So we have the option to say, don't ask them to leave, or we can say, why do you want them to leave?
We should probably ask why.
Because
I
they
chose
may
that.
have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
She said because people might have killed, they might have killed someone. She said, stay with Violet, home of hobos and killers. And now we can ask hobos, killers. Killers is pretty obvious. Do we want to ask what she meant by hobos?
Yeah, hobos.
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
So she said strange people gravitate to this place, and that she's thinking about changing the sign. Now we only have the option of, what were you doing last night, or we can leave.
What was she doing last night?
I don't know if this is any relevance, but what they're showing us with her right now, she's got her head back on the chair, and she's just, like, rubbing her throat. So I don't know if this is supposed to depict, like, emotion, or if this is just meaningless footage that they've thrown in for us to look at. Oh, she's looking at her nails now, so it's probably fine. I was like, I just don't want to... I don't want to press her to the point where she murders us instantly. Alright, I'll ask what she was doing.
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Okay. She just said that she doesn't remember what she was doing last night, but she was either there or getting groceries. Now, clozapam does have a side effect of memory loss, but that's just like, hi, I've known people. So that could be what they're trying to do. Usually don't lose that much time, though. They, like, forget, like, a one little event.
Yeah, it's a little suspicious, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because of the schizophrenia.
We got two choices. We can either push and ask, have you ever been at the victim's house? Or we can trash can and stay silent.
We'll trash can for now. I don't want to push her too hard.
I feel like that's a good choice.
Is there something else, Sam?
And then we can leave. Because we don't have any options.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
for now. It's fine.
So we can either hail a cab or we can investigate the other people. I think we should probably speak to the other people before we take off.
Yeah. We should definitely talk to the other guests at least.
So I do think that we should speak to one of the tarot readers we haven't met.
Yes.
So it'd either be Rain or Lexi. Who do you want to go to first?
Let's go with Rain.
You must be a new guest.
Oh, Rain's a
Or you're
dude.
burglaring us.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm
there we
Rain,
go.
by the way.
And he shook our hands, kind of. We can say, I'm
Kind of?
Sam. Well, he's, like, waiting. So, like, he stuck his hand out, and it was kind of funny. Because his hand was out, and it was still, like, moving. And then he, like, looked at his hand, and then looked back at us. Like, so we can either say,
Okay.
I'm Sam, or we can trash can. I feel like we should at least, introduce ourselves.
Right, like, I feel like that's at least a polite thing to do.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
So he complained about the hot water going off at 9, and it's only cold showers from then. Which I don't know if that'll be relevant, but 9 is around the time that they said the death happened.
That's true.
Oh, and
So he was
he's
trying to
apparently
trap-
the one who predicted the murder. So we have some options. We can either say, what do you know about the victim? Dorota, or whatever her name is pronounced as. We can say, how did you predict the murder? Or we can say, what were you doing last night? Which I don't think should be our first choice.
Or probably not. I would ask what he knows, how he knows about the victim, or what he knows about the victim.
Okay.
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw.
Dorota.
She
yeah.
was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
So he didn't tell us anything new. They are asking... Sorry, big yawn. They're asking who's the next victim is a choice we have. Or we can say, do you have any connection to Dorota at all? But he just told us he didn't know her.
Well, yeah, but I feel like asking about predicting the next victim might not be a good call either. So obviously, that's going to show we're suspicious of him in some way.
Not really. It could show that we have faith in their ability.
Well, that's true. Fuck it. Go for it.
Next victim? Whoa! Hold
Okay.
on a sec. We don't even know if there's going to be a next
Say not
victim
like
or
that.
not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea.
Oh, apparently they did a group reading, and that's how they figured it out. So he basically was startled when we asked and said, whoa, next victim. We don't even know if there's going to be another victim kind of thing. So now we're back to the beginning, so we can say, how'd you predict the murder, or what were you doing last night?
We should probably at least ask him what he was doing.
Before we ask, how'd you predict the murder, even though we kind of got that already?
Okay, ask about how he predicted the murder then.
Because he might
We
shut
did a
down when we
reading.
say what were you doing.
A group reading,
That's
actually,
true.
with a special tarot deck.
So he said they did a group reading with a special tarot deck, and we have two choices. What's a group reading, or what did it tell you?
What did it tell them?
You get it piecemeal, not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
So he said that it comes piecemeal, the information, and that basically it warned them that it was going to be a young woman, likely red-headed, was going to die.
Okay, so it didn't specify her. It didn't specify the victim specifically. It just said a young redheaded woman.
Right, but so far to our knowledge, she's the only redhead here. I think. I don't know if the host was redheaded. I didn't pay attention. God, I'm feeling that bad father check again. For
now
the
that's
record,
something you gotta pay
he's
attention to.
white, brown hair, and blue-eyed before we forget anything else, and he's literally wearing all blue. Dark blue shirt, light blue jeans. Before anything else happens and we get fucked. Okay, so then we can say, tell me about the special tarot deck, or we can say, what were you doing last night? I still think that should be our last question.
Yeah, so then ask about the special tarot deck, because it might be
Mercury.
important.
It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
So he's saying that the Mercury Tarot deck changes, and instead of a normal deck where you have the querent who asks the question and then you do the reading, that instead this deck gives both the question and the answer itself, and that the cards are changing.
Huh.
Now we
okay,
have the
that's
option to say, can I see the Mercury Tarot? Or we can stay silent. I think asking to see it would push too hard.
Yeah, I think we should leave that alone.
Okay, so we're silent.
Okay, fine. Your lack of interest is unbearable. Those cards
Maybe
have
if
the real
you
power,
prompted
though.
us if you wanted to
We
see
just
it,
interpret
then
it.
I'd say go for it, but otherwise, nah.
So he actually was like, ooh, your lack of interest is unbearable. And he's like, but those cards hold the real power, we just interpret it. So now we can say, what were you doing last night? Or we can leave.
Man, I feel like we should have asked to see the deck. It might have prompted him to be more interested in us.
Yeah, I don't know, though. We don't want to be too interested either. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to be like, we're super sus of you. Because that could, if one of the tarot readers are the killer, which probability is relatively high given the amount of cast, you know?
Right.
So do we want to ask him what he was doing last night? Hear his potential alibi?
I was in my room.
Yeah, we need to.
Praying, actually.
Oh, God.
I don't believe in God, but I was still
Is
praying.
he not happy with that?
It didn't work.
No, he said that he was in his room praying. He doesn't believe in God, but he wears a cross. And I was like, that's a Christian symbol. Like, you could have anything in the world. Like, but anyway, and he said it didn't work. So we can say, what do you believe in, or what didn't work?
I would ask what didn't work.
My prayer.
Because people are touchy about their beliefs a
That
lot of
the
times,
girl would be
so-
safe.
He said he prayed the girl would be safe,
Ah,
so we can leave.
okay. I don't think he's guilty. I think he's the innocent one in the group.
We don't have any information, really. He's the
Yeah,
first
but from,
person we
like-
questioned, and you're like, he's Inno. And I'm like, let's find out. Do you want to go to Lexi or the woman that we first got a reading from? Because I'm on the fence
let's
with the
go-
woman we got the reading from first. Because usually in this kind of stuff, the killer is introduced relatively early. You know? Or at least from, like, trope, like, detectiving crap, you know?
Right.
So I don't know if she's going to be the killer or if she's going to be, like, the super helpful informant that is first to die. You know what I mean? And so I'm on the fence. And I'm like, I want to question her, but I don't want to question her too early because reasons. So, like, it's either her or Lexi. Or we
I
can
say let's
leave.
go- No, I say let's go with Lexi.
All right, we're going to Lexi.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Okay, so Lexi was super sweet when we showed up, and she was like, "Come on in, mi casa, su casa, blah blah," and she was like kind of flirty. She's got lots of jewelry on. She is in a black lace dress, and she has brown hair. I can't see her eye color yet, but it looks like it's probably brown. She did talk right at us, but I was not paying attention because gay brain. If it'll show her, I don't know. So we can ask, do you know the victim? How well do you know Bronwyn, which is the one who first read us? Why did you come to August, which is the town we're in? What were you doing last night, which I still think is the last question we should ever ask.
Yeah, save that for last. Let's ask if they knew the victim. I feel like that's always a good place to start.
I don't know anyone in this town except for Bronwyn
She
and
does
Dane,
have brown
obviously,
eyes.
and Violet, and the chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Okay, so she went from being sweet to like she's talking a mile a minute, And she said she doesn't know anyone here except for us, Violet, and Rowan. And then she was like, I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous. So we can say, how did you know she was going to die? It's the only question we have.
Alright, well, go for it.
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
So, interesting. So she said that they used a special type of tarot and that they all drew a card and then smashed them together, which was the wording she used. And then she asked us if we know what the most dangerous type of tarot is. And we've got 3 choices: death, the devil, and the happy squirrel. So happy squirrel doesn't exist. Death isn't actually death. That's a common mistake. It actually represents like the end of a cycle, like the reaping of benefits. So I'm gonna go with the devil.
Okay.
I don't know if she'll actually like agree, but we'll see.
Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil
You know better
worshipper.
than that. You know more about tarot than me.
She just said, "Nah, the devil's cool," and then she was like,
Nah.
"The tarot one, not the religious one." She's like, "I'm not a devil worshiper." So we can say, so what is the most dangerous tarot card?
The
If she
Five of
says
Swords.
death, then that
I
means
think
that
so
these people
anyway.
did not research
There's
their
nothing
tarot.
more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
So she said the Five of Swords is the most dangerous because it represents someone taking whatever they want at no matter the cost. Which I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done enough tarot to be like, I know all of them. I want to say it's like the 9 of Swords is like great betrayal, so I'm not sure about 5. And I don't have my deck with me, so I can't even like cheat. Because I would totally wait. Do I have my deck with me? I don't. I
mean,
was
I
like,
could-
I would
I can
totally whip out
Google
my
it
deck.
real
No,
quick.
it's fine. We'll just go with it. We don't have any other choices anyway. So we're like, you drew the 5 of Swords.
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands.
Five of
that's
Swords
Director,
is great
and Robin got Ten of
evil.
Swords, which is, well, you know.
Oh, it was
Swords in general are bad.
10 of Swords, yeah. So I was 1 number off. She said the guy drew the oh god, I already forgot. Page of Wands or something of Wands, which represented the victim. And then the other one drew the 10 of Swords, and she was like, and that's one that's like and like really bad.
Like,
So,
shit's going down.
yeah. So we can say, how well do you know Browen? Why'd you come here? And what were you doing last night? So we want to ask, why'd you come here? Or do we want to ask, how well do you know the other tarot reader?
Probably, how well they know the other tarot.
She's like my big sister. So
She said she's like a
pretty
big
well.
sister.
Okay, so
We can
relatively
say,
close
do you
to
think
her.
she killed Dorota? Or we can trash, or we can trash can and stay silent.
We're trash canning that.
Yeah, that was a terrible question. Oh, it didn't fall away.
You know the chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
Now, so she's on to the chief, and she just said the chief has it all wrong. There's no way Braun could hurt anyone, but I'm sure a smart detective like you can prove she's innocent. So we can choose, I'll do
Right.
my best, or that won't work on me. Because,
I would just do my best.
yeah, that's what I
Really?
chose.
Because she is.
Because we want to at least be on
completely
friendly
innocent.
terms with most of the tarot readers.
So she smiled, she enjoyed that, and then she was like, really? Because she is completely innocent. So we can say, why did you come to August? Do you want to ask that? The last question is, what were you doing last night? So we can say August first, like,
Yeah, I would say why she came to August.
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
okay, so she said that Rain and the tarot deck are what they followed, and the tarot deck gave them a general direction, and then Rain narrows it down using some kind of astrological thing. And she was like, he's like an esoteric library, and if that sounds dull to you, let me reassure you that it is. And so now the only thing we have is you do whatever the cards tell you. So I'm going to click
Yeah.
it.
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
So she literally said, well, yeah, well, no, well, yeah, we have a job to do. And then the only thing we have is a job, so I'm going to click it.
I didn't say job. I said job.
She said, I didn't say job, I said chob. So we can say a chob, or we can trash can it.
Yeah.
I think we should trash can it, because she definitely fucking said job.
Yeah, probably trash can it.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
And so she said it's a tarot thing we wouldn't understand.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
yeah, which I'm like, I've never fucking heard of that, so I think it's bullshit.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah, definitely gatekeeping. So we can say, what were you doing last night? Are we going to question her?
Yeah, we should ask her.
And, like, just so you know, she does mildly look fucking crazy. Because, like, every time it shows her face and she's sitting there, she's, like, wide-eyed staring forward. They've all been playing with their necklaces, which is something that I think is probably going to be pretty important. So,
Probably, yeah.
Rain has the cross. This bitch, or whatever her name is with the L, she's got a green stone. And then, I don't know what the other lady had, so let's find out.
I was in my room all night
Yeah, well,
with
check.
Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Okay, so she literally just fucking said that she was in her room all night with Rowan, and they were painting their nails. But she, like, hesitated. Because she was like, we were, like, painting our nails. So we can say, can I see your nails? Or we can say, can you prove it? And her nails are not fucking painted. Like, it's
You wanna
showing
ask
her
her?
nails right now. They're not painted.
Can we ask to see her nails?
No, I
Or do you
mean,
think that would be a
yeah,
bad idea?
I've already cleaned it off.
She said, no, I mean, yeah, I already cleaned it off. So now we can just leave.
Suspicious.
Well, now that was a good thing, though, because now we can go to Browen and we can find out what she was doing last night, and if it doesn't line up, we know someone's fucking lying.
Yeah, we could be like, y'all are liars.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
So Browen, when we showed up, was like, Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading. And now she looks like she's really fucking tired sitting on the bed while we're waiting. So I have some questions about the murder. How did you predict the murder? Where were you at 9 p.m. last night?
How did you predict the murder?
Okay.
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Ooh, there's already a discrepancy. So she just said that they had done a tarot reading, and they saw it in the cards, not images, but an impression. And so I don't know if she's lying, because, I mean, there is interpretation in tarot, but, like, they have literal images, so I don't know. And then our choice is, can't you ask who the killer is, or we can trash can.
I would trash can that.
All right.
You don't believe. That's okay.
And she responded, you don't believe. That's okay. So I can say, we have some questions about the murder. Or, where were you last night at 9 p.m. when they were dying? Which I don't think we should choose yet. So I'm going to ask the general questions
Chief
about the
Dupont
murder.
thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Yeah.
So she just said that she knows Chief DuPont is onto her, or thinks it's her anyway. And she's like, I hope you can convince him otherwise. And then we have two choices. Why should I convince him? Or how well did you know her?
How well did you know her?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
So she said she didn't know her because they've only been there for 2 days, and she says she understands why people are suspicious of her because she's a stranger, but she's saying that's the truth. So we have the option to say, except you predicted her murder, or we can trash can it. I do think we should probably press about this one.
Yeah, go for it.
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
So she said, we saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. And she said, trust me, Sam, we're on the same team. So she's got something clasped in her hand, which looks like it's a necklace, which I'm waiting for them to show.
Right?
Because I do feel like it's going to be important.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's okay if we don't see it because we already know what the other two are wearing. And she's in a black dress with gold, like gold embroidery on it. So I'm going to wait and see if they actually show us. And she also is brown-haired, brown-eyed. It doesn't look like they're going to show us the necklace, though.
Maybe they're keeping a secret for a reason.
Yeah, unless it was her hairband she had in her hand. So we can ask where she was at 9 p.m. Do we want to ask it?
Yeah.
In my room, reading.
Oh, yeah.
I found a trashy romance novel.
Oh,
under the
shite.
bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Okay, so she said she was in her room last night and that she was reading a trashy romance novel she found under the bed and that she's assuming that it belongs to Violet because it was all about vampires and dark and broody. And then she said, thank God Lexi saved me. And so we can say saved you or you didn't leave your room all night. So I think we should... Yeah, I think we should go with saved you.
Yeah, saved you. Like,
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
Oh, God. Okay, so she
What?
said she came to my room and we chatted for a little while. You can ask her. So one of them is lying because one's saying that they were in her room and the other one's saying they were in the other room. And we can say, you think Violet is trashy? Or we can garbage it.
We should probably garbage that one.
Okay.
Well...
Ooh, make up your mind.
No, yeah, trash it. I don't know if it's a good idea to push it.
Okay. Well, it's not about her. We could ask.
Yeah,
Let's push it.
I said the book was
Yeah,
trashy.
push that one. Push it.
Look
Push
at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Okay, so she said that she said the book was trashy, and then she was like, "Look at this place. If Violet's anything, it's the opposite of trashy." So now we left. So now we can either go back to Lexi and question why she lied, or attempt to, or we can leave and go talk to the boyfriend maybe, because we did learn about that other location.
Yeah, let's talk to the boyfriend first, and then we'll come back and talk to Lexi again.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer.
Time
The
passed.
body of 21-year-old
and
Miss
they're doing a
Shaw,
report.
an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
That didn't loop us, did it? No, it didn't. Okay, so we can either keep investigating our next chapter.
Or we keep investigating.
Visit
We
the
can get the
chief,
question-
visit the guest house. Shit. So we want to go back to the guest house and ask her?
Yeah, we need to question Lexi. I feel like if we go to the next chapter, we're gonna miss out on important stuff.
Okay, let's see if we can question her again. Nope, we can't. Fuck. We're just going to the next chapter. We can... Oh, well, do we want to do a spin and see if there's anything new that we can say to anyone?
Yeah, probably, before we question Lexi, yeah.
We got nothing with Violet. Nothing with the other one. I'm going to Rain. Rain's got nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna hail the cab again. I guess we're going to the next chapter to unlock the boyfriend, maybe? Or we can go to our room again. We haven't been to our room in a hot minute.
We should see what we can get in our room.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Oh shit, we're legit a shapeshifter. So, oh god, we can turn into anyone we've met.
Oh!
We can turn into the cop. We can turn into the guest house lady.
Oh.
We can turn into any of the mediums.
Oh man.
I think we should fucking turn into Broen and go talk to Lexi. It's a risky gambit, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do that.
Transform.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Oh my god.
I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn, yep, here we go. Okay, so we can leave now. Oh, we have a real character portrait now, okay. So we're gonna leave. I think we should go right for fucking Lexi. So our options changed. We can visit Violet, Rain, Lexi, or actually not really. We just remove Broen because we can't go see her as herself. So
well, yeah, that would be fucking weird.
Could you imagine? I know we did it, you bitch.
I know you.
Let's go to Lexi.
Ron, are you
Oh
okay?
god, okay.
So she
I'm
said,
not okay. I'm okay.
we can. So we showed up and she said, "Are you okay?" And we can say, "I'm not okay" or "I'm okay." I feel like we should say, "I'm not okay."
Yeah.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
So she's saying if
Are
you're
you worried?
She's saying if you're worried, I should be worried. Are you worried? And then we can say, "Are you worried?"
Yeah.
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Okay, so she said just keep cool and stay in our room so we can leave. That's all we had for dialogue. So
Okay,
I do
so you
think
have
we
to
should
admit
make the
that-
tour and talk to people.
Yeah. You have to admit that's pretty fucking suspicious.
It is.
Ron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
And now Rain's saying that something
Thoughts on
doesn't
Dorota?
feel right. So we can say thoughts on Dorota or we can leave. And now the choices are voice acted. So the characters, whoever we're as, they actually voice acted the options.
Okay. I feel like we should ask about Dorota.
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern.
What happened?
Do you think it's another right?
A right?
Ooh. Okay. So remember when we asked him about the next murder, basically, he was like, whoa, another murder. Well, this time he was like, well, it's hard to say with only one victim. You know, if another one dies, then there'll be a pattern. Do you think it's a right? And now we can say a right. It's our only option, though. We have to say it.
Okay,
As
if
in
we can't
the same
trash
thing
it.
we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Ooh,
Stop
okay.
it.
Ooh. So he was saying, like, the thing we were chasing after in Birmingham. And so we can either say Birmingham or we can say stop it. Because he's like, it doesn't matter, we just have to stop it. So they're apparently here to stop some kind of ritualistic sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly, assuming he's telling the truth to her. Which I would imagine he probably is.
Yeah, and he's been the least suspicious one so far, so.
So we want to say, do we want to say stop it? Or I feel like stop it is probably the best option. I don't know, because Birmingham, we should know because we were there.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. Allegedly.
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveler killing things.
Traveler?
Okay, so he was like, yes, stop it if it's a traveler killing things. So we can ask about a traveler or we can trash can it. I think that's asking too much.
Yeah, probably trash can that one. We should know.
If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
Oof. So he said if it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims. So now we can visit Violet.
Yep.
Is there something I can help with, Miss
Yeah,
Castle?
we should.
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
So now Violet's like, is there something I can help you with? And so we can say, I hope we're not being too much trouble, or we can say
I hope
we
we're not
leave.
being too much trouble.
You don't want any trouble?
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
Ooh, okay. So the lady does have red hair. So I'm wondering if they're looking after sacrificial killings, then this lady also matches the description, so maybe they're going after redheads.
Maybe, yeah. Which shows she could be in danger.
She could be. And so she said that it was very brave of us to report to the police that she was going to die, and then she actually did die, and then we didn't run. And she's like, I would have run for sure. So we can say, you strike me as someone braver than that, or why would I run? I think you strike me as someone braver than that is a better choice myself.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because why would I run makes more sense. Like, we don't have to ask that.
I'm brave,
Yeah.
but I'm not stupid.
So she said she's brave, she's not stupid. Which probably gave us about as much information as the other would. So now we can leave.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
We can hail a cab like this. Do you want to hail a cab?
Sure.
Visit the chief. Or we can go back to the guest house.
Nah.
Let's
I
go
don't
to
know.
the chief. We're just
Oh, this is gonna
mind
be a-
gaming everyone.
This is gonna be a bad plan.
Or I don't know who. Okay, so if we don't, I think we should go as her and maybe one of the other people, because I think if we go as all three, it'll be too obvious if the chief doesn't like detect us right away. Because we know that she reported it to the police, and we know he knows about the pills, so we have a little bit of an upper hand with this character in my mind, anyway.
Yeah.
Then I was actually thinking maybe we should turn into Rain and also go to the cop, because Rain is like the odd man out.
Yes.
So I'm thinking like he might be a good one too to use. So let's go to Chief as Browen.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Castle, I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill Dorota.
Okay, so he said, Miss Castle, I'm surprised to see you here. So we can say I didn't kill Dorota, or we can leave. I think we should say I didn't kill Dorota.
Yeah.
You're a prime suspect, and your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with
Now,
me?
I guess. Right, sorry, what happened?
Okay, so basically he said that you're a prime suspect, and that your only alibi was that you were with another prime suspect. So now we can either not talk, we can say, have you got a problem with me, or we can leave. I think that she probably would be a little aggressive about it.
Maybe.
Like, if we're pretending to be her, I feel like she would say, have you got a problem with me?
Yeah.
Have you got a problem?
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Oof.
Kinky.
So, okay. So, he was like, everyone's got a problem with you, bro, and I could arrest you for right now. How does it sound for perverting justice? And then we can either say kinky or stay silent, which I think we should shut up.
We probably should shut up as much as I wish we could pick the cringy kinky option.
Yeah. Perverting the course of justice.
Okay. So he said, yeah, perverting the course of justice. So I wonder if he actually is the killer. And thinks that
Maybe.
he's doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, because the guest house woman said that the victim was a slut. Right? And so this
Yeah.
guy is saying that, you know, she's perverting justice, but she reported it. So I'm wondering if he might be in on the killings. And now our only option is leave. So we're going back to the guest house. And I think we should go to our room and transform.
Yeah.
Transform. Now, do we want to be Rain? Do we want to be the Chief? Because I think the Chief is another good one to pick, too.
Actually, yeah, the chief probably would be good because then we'd have actually some authority.
Yeah, the Chief is someone that I think we could be pretty good with pressing everybody. Where, like, Rain, I think we would want to obviously not press anyone. But I think Rain will get us the most information based on the fact that he's, like, odd man out. I just don't know if we should talk to the tarot people as Rain or not.
Maybe we should, because we might glean more information that they won't tell us, obviously.
Yeah, but maybe. All right, let's try. We're gonna turn to him for sure, and then we'll cross the bridges as we go.
I'm Rain.
Yeah.
I'm Rain.
Okay. So we're gonna leave. So far, by the way, this game infinitely cooler than I thought it was gonna be, and way less fucking cringy than like the 90s live action games. I'm actually enjoying this. Alright, so we can visit Violet, we can visit Browen, we can visit Lexi, or we can hail a cab. What do we want to do first?
We should visit, Lexi.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
So
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
as soon as we saw her, she said, "I'm so worried about Browen, what are we going to do?" And we can say, "Why are you worried about Browen?"
Yeah, we should probably ask that.
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
Okay, so she said the chief thinks she killed Dorota, and we could say maybe she did kill Dorota, or we can trash can it. I think we should trash can that one.
Yeah, definitely
Because
trash that.
we already know the three of them are in cahoots and on some kind of bullshit mission. And he's the odd man out. I think he's most likely to get murdered if we fuck it up.
Yeah, true.
So now we can just leave. She didn't say anything. She didn't give us nothing. So, do we want to go to Browen? Do we want to go Violet?
Probably Browen.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
So she asked
Sam's onto us.
if we've met the new detective yet, and she said, now we're on 24 surveillance now. And we can say, do you think Sam's on to us?
Yeah.
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
Okay, so we have bluff choices. We can say the real reason we're here, what we did last night,
Our role in the murder.
or our role in the murder. Obviously, I think we should say the real reason we're here.
The real reason
Yeah.
we're here.
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
Okay, so she said Sam's not a mind reader, just try not to let anything slip. So we didn't get, that's what I was thinking too, that they wouldn't tell shit. Because
Probably.
we're the odd boy, you know what I mean? He's not the sister shit. So we're off to
Right.
Violet.
To Violet!
Violet's gone.
No, really?
Yep, she's not there.
Oh, shit.
So we can hail a cab, go to our room.
Maybe we should go to our room. We should at least try to find Violet and, I don't know, maybe...
Like in
go
another
somewhere.
form? To see if she's,
Yeah.
try and rule out if she's dead or not?
Yeah,
Okay, well let's go
basically.
to the chief then. We'll become the chief.
Okay.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Alright.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Okay, so we went and saw her. She is alive, and she said, who knows if you made the right decision or not, Claude? And so we can say, how's Browen been? Or, what were you doing last night? I think we should ask what she was doing last night,
What
because
were you
she
doing
lied
last
to
night?
us.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
she said she doesn't remember, so let's see if she
What
says
were you
that
doing
again.
last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
She keeps a diary.
How could you not remember, Violet?
Oh!
So she just told us
Oh.
that she checked her diary and that there was nothing in it, so she was probably here last night. but maybe now we can actually go search for her diary somewhere. So we have two options. We can say, how can you not remember
not
Violet?
remember
Or we can trash can it.
Trash can that.
Okay. And she did say we've already been through this, so.
I think it's
Yeah.
the pills I'm on.
Now she volunteered.
Yeah,
I think it's the
dosage
pills
isn't
I'm on.
right.
Okay.
And
How's
she's,
Bronwyn been?
now we can say, how's Bronwyn been? Or we can leave. Do you want to ask about Bronwyn?
Yeah. I feel like we
Overly
should.
nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
So she says
What
she's
was it
been
I asked you to do again?
overly nice, and that she's covering her tracks if she did anything wrong. Now we have the option. What was it I asked you to do again? It's our only choice. We have to choose it.
I hate that.
You
but
just
okay.
told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
So she said, you just told me to report to you if I saw anything suspicious, and then she was like, you're a little young to be losing your marbles. So, so that's everybody, right? Oh no, we didn't talk to Browen. Do we want to go and confront Browen?
We should, yeah.
Actually, I don't even think we talked to the other people. We just went to Violet. It's him, right?
Yeah, we only talked to Violet.
We're
What are we
changing
doing?
bodies so often that I
What
don't
a
know anymore.
pleasant surprise.
My
I think
brain
we've
is
covered just
dying
about
now,
everything
just like, oh, yeah,
twice
we
over,
totally
but if
talked
you
to
think
them.
I'm
Wait,
hiding
wait.
something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
So she said that we've already covered everything twice, but if you think I'm hiding something, and then she kind of made like a face, like, go ahead and ask. So we can say, who are you really, Browen Castle, or we can leave.
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
I think we should press anyway, because it's already decided they don't really like each other.
Yeah, fuck it, press.
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable.
He's probably not gonna like that,
Or
though.
perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me
It's good,
who
though.
you think I am?
This is all
You're
pretty...
a con artist.
This is all pretty canon. So, we have options, and these are awful, but keep in mind, I don't know if it's safer to keep pretending we are who we are, which I think is what we should do. So I'm gonna actually say this time that we might make the cringe choice narratively. But anyway, so she was like, does it bother you that things in the world aren't just black and white, and I don't fit in those categories, and you don't know what to do with me? And she's like, so why don't you tell me what you think I am? And we can say, you're a con artist, or we can say, you're a murderer. So she already knows that he thinks she's the killer. So my worry is if we say you're a con artist, that's going to break character. That's my concern. So canonly, she's already told us she knows that he's on to her or thinks that it's her, you know? So I'm like, even though that's the cringe choice, I think that's actually the right choice to make.
Okay.
You're gonna need to do some more research, Chief. That's just not true.
She said, you're going to have to do some more research, Chief, because that's just not true. So, there was nothing new there. Alright, so we can go to Rain, we can go to Lexi. I think we should go to Rain before Lexi, because Lexi's the one who's going to crack. So I think if we can find some info that we can, like, leverage against her, Lexi will fucking break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, Chief
I agree
DuPont.
with that.
Okay.
Break her!
Daughter's family. What does the tarot say about them?
Break her!
I know. That's, like, the worst way to go, right? But I'm like, okay, here we go. Alright, so we're with Rain. So Rain greeted us, and we have the options. We can say, Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them? Or, Browen, have ever been arrested?
Probably not the arrested one. That seems like a terrible choice.
I don't think it's a bad one because he is odd man out. So
That's true.
I don't think it'd be that pressy, but I do think we should ask about the family first because that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, family first.
Dorota's family.
I can do a reading if you want.
So he offered to
Yes.
do a reading. We can say yes or no.
Yes.
He's doing one.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
So he drew the
Well,
Five
never
of
been
Cups, and he was
arrested.
like, that's about loss and dealing with it, and I don't think we need a tarot reader to interpret that one. So
Yeah,
now we have the
definitely
option
not.
of Rowan ever arrested or leave.
Yeah, bro, never arrested.
Yeah, it's like everyone
Not
basically
since
thinks
I've
he's a
met her.
douche, so...
She's a lawful good type
He
character.
just used freaking D&D
She
terms.
played D&D.
And then he acknowledged
Lexi
D&D.
ever been in trouble with the
So
police?
he said, not since I've met her, she's a lawful good type of character if you play D&D. And so we have Lexi ever been in trouble with the police? Have you ever been in trouble with the police?
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
He said, not to his knowledge, she's sweet and innocent, or haven't we picked up on that yet? And then we can leave. We don't get to ask him anything else.
Okay.
So that's everybody except Lexi. Lexi's getting hella sus because they're all like, she's so inno. And I'm like, she looks hella guilty now. Plus, she's the only trash can that we know is lying. So I'm
Right.
going to Lexi.
Oh, Chief Inspector.
Break her like a
Sure.
twig.
What is it?
Alright, that was
What have I done?
confusing.
Why?
So when we
me
entered the
about Bronwyn.
room, we came from behind in the corner, but when we entered as ourselves, we came from the front when she like let us in. So maybe they didn't like show the walk around, but it was like very disorienting because it made you think the door was like directly where she's been facing the whole time, but really it's like behind her to her right, which to me is like insane because bet your fucking ass if I was in a place where someone just got fucking murdered, I would not be having my fucking back to any fucking door. Like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's fucking true. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm one of those people who like is so terrified of being killed in the shower that I like stand facing the door and cat in the shower head.
So, she asked if we had questions. We did scare her when we came in. We can say, tell me about Browen. Why are you here in August? What were you doing last night?
Tell me about Brown.
She's an Aquarius. Her favorite color is green.
She's an Aquarius.
That
Her
was
favorite
just me.
color is green. And she said, what
Is
else
she
do you
your
want to
leader?
know? We could say, is she your leader? Has she killed before? Are you prepared to go to jail for her?
Oh my god. Is she your leader?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
So she said,
Why are you here in August?
leader, this isn't a cult. She looks after us, make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth. So we can say, why are you here in August? Or what were
Yeah.
you doing last night?
Why are you here in August?
Here in August.
Why are you here?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go.
Tell us the truth. What is
I
your
guess you
purpose
could call
here?
it destiny.
So
Do you know anyone here?
she's sticking to her gun, and she said that it's not for the nightlife, that they're going where the cards tell her to go. And so we can say, do you know anyone here? Which I don't know if that's a good option. Or we can say, what's wrong with the nightlife? And I think that's a good choice.
Yeah.
There isn't any.
Oh shit.
And sometimes a girl needs a party.
My internet? Apparently
What were
my
you
power
doing
came back
last
on.
night?
And I didn't even realize it. Because I thought we were still using the generator.
Good. I'm glad your internet's back on.
Hey!
So we can say, what were you doing last night?
What were you doing?
Nothing. I mean,
What
I was
illegal
here
and
all night.
evil things were you
Scouts on
doing?
a
Like
bronze
murder.
vouch for me.
She said nothing. Scouts on her. Browen can vouch for me. So we're just gonna leave because we didn't learn anything new there.
Yeah.
All right. So we're
Didn't
swapping.
break like a twig.
Yeah, we're swapping bodies.
Swap bodies.
So Lexi and the house guest, or the woman who leads the house, are the only two we haven't been. Who do we want to be?
Let's be Lexi.
Okay. I think the house guest is going to be interesting.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh,
Probably, yeah.
I'm Lexi.
Especially if we go to the chief as her, since they seem to have a more complex relationship.
Yeah, and we can report things because he asked her to report anything weird. So we could possibly fake evidence with her. Which I don't know I would want to do, but we possibly could. So now we have the option to visit Violet, Browen, Rain, or we can hail a cab. So who do you want to go to first?
We should probably visit,
I feel like Violet
Browen.
is the wild card, though, because she's not affiliated with anyone, like, at all. Like, Rain's an outsider of the tarot group, but, like, Violet is, like, just this fucking dark horse there. You know what I mean?
Right? Like, what the hell?
I think we should see if we can shake anything out of her. Do you want to go to her first, or do you want to go to Rain first?
Let's go to Violet. Fuck it.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Oh, she does not like
Please don't ask us
Lexi.
to leave.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Knowledge.
Ooh. So, oh, I don't know if I like these choices.
Bad.
I think we shouldn't say, please don't ask us to leave. So she basically was like, oh, Lexi, what can I do for you? Like, she really didn't want to see us. But it says, please don't ask us to leave, but we were told that she was thinking about asking them to leave. I don't think she said that to them yet.
No,
So
I don't think so
we
either.
should say that. So the other option we have
No,
is
definitely
the
not.
police want alibis from everyone last night or trash can.
Why do I feel like this is like
I feel like
neither of those are good options?
I feel like the first one is a trap. But the second one, I feel like we could remain silent and see what that gets us. Sometimes that does get us dialogue.
I say we should be quiet and see what happens.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Nothing, it deleted the choice.
Ah.
Shit. Alright, I'm gonna just leave her. Because I don't want to say, please don't ask us to leave, because we don't know if she actually has asked them yet. Because she told us she was thinking about it. So we can go to Rain or Browen. Or the Chief, because the Chief is an option still.
Let's go to Rain and then Browen.
Something's weird, isn't it? Mom seems strange today.
Oh, are
Okay.
you?
So Rowan is saying, Rain is saying that Browen seems strange today. So we can say, how are you, or we can leave.
Let's
So-
say, how are you?
Do you think Dorota was planning on marrying Oscar?
What makes you say that?
So he just asked if we thought Dorona, the victim, was planning on marrying Oscar, the boyfriend. And we can say, what makes you say that?
Well, nothing. It's just something I thought I saw. It doesn't matter.
So when we said, what makes you say that? He said, well, nothing, just something I thought I saw. It doesn't matter. And that's it. Now we have to leave. So we know he's withholding, but we don't know what he's withholding. So do you want to go to Browen?
Yeah.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Okay, so I think this is a great one. So we went to Browen, and Browen goes, what's up, Lexi? I'm sensing there's something on your mind. And then our choice is, I'm worried about our alibi. Or we can leave. I think we should say I'm worried about our alibi. Because our stories
Yeah.
have not been straight.
Yeah, that's definitely
Don't
true.
worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Ray. Since when did he start praying?
You think he's lying?
Ooh. So now, Browen is saying that she's not worried about us because we have nothing to hide. But she's wondering about Ray because when did he start praying? So we can say, you think he's lying with question mark, or we can trash can it. I do think with Lexi, the way she's spoken to us, she would ask, do you think he's lying?
Yeah, especially since it's like the sibling vibe,
Mhm.
so that's canon.
Of course not. This is Rain we're talking about. I was just saying it's odd, that's all. Maybe he's found God?
So she's like, of course not. This is Rain we're talking about. I'm just saying it's odd. And then she goes, maybe he's found God? And she like looked more concerned. So we're gonna leave. So we want to go talk to the chief, or do we want to swap to Broen, try and gather more intel, and then swap back to Lexi to go to the chief? I guess we go to the chief.
Yeah, we'll just go to the chief, and then we should swap to Broen and try and talk to Rain again.
I feel like we didn't learn anything. So now the
Why
chief
did you
is.
hire Sam?
The chief is asking what we're doing here, of course. And we can say, why'd you hire Sam? Who would want to kill Dorota? Or we can bluff, Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
I don't know if the bluff lines up with Lexi.
Well, she is kind of scatterbrained and positive. They did say she's sweet and innocent, so maybe if she said, Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet, he would be like, oh, you're an airhead or something. You know what I mean? Like that? Like,
yeah, that would make sense.
I don't see that as like malicious, you know?
Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
No, yeah.
And that's how she says it too.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Oh, so he said you met him, so we can say yes or no. I think we've already dove in, so.
Miss Taylor, is that a
yes,
contradiction?
we met him.
It's not what you said in your written statement.
He said, Miss Taylor, is that a
Sorry, I meant
contradiction?
no.
That's not what you said in your written statement. And I can say, sorry, I meant no.
Yes. Yes.
Oops. Oh, shit.
He just said,
Fucked up.
yes, yes, you did. Fuck. That was one mistake. That's okay, though. But that's okay, too, because narratively that kind of fits with Lexi. Because she did say, well, no, but yes, but no. So I don't think it's that bad of a fuck up, because it does kind of also still fair narratively. So we can say, why'd you hire Sam, or who would want to kill Dorota?
Probably why you hire Sam.
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. Why did you hire Sam?
He said, no, I didn't. The Shaw family did. And then we can say, no,
Shaw
they...
family.
Yeah, which is the victim's family. So we can say, no, they didn't.
Okay.
Why did you hire Sam? Or we can trash can it. I think we should trash can it.
Yeah, because that doesn't line up with Lexi, I don't think.
Yeah, but we fucked up. This was a fuck up. Because we knew we weren't hired by anybody, and she just asked why he hired. That I think we just fucked up. So let's trash it.
Maybe.
The hiring of Sam is no concern of yours either way.
And he just
Who
said
would
the
want to kill
hiring of
Dorota?
Sam is no concern of yours either way when we trashed it. So we can say who would want to kill Dorota.
Yeah.
You doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
He said you're
Rowan
doing...
thinks you've got it in for her.
So he said, you doing your own investigation? Great, let me know what you find out. Like, really sarcastic. And then the only option we have is Broen thinks you've got it in for her, which I think we could do. I don't think that's going to hurt us at all either. Even though we have no choice, but...
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
He said, I go after bad
What were you
guys. If
doing
she's a
Monday
bad
night?
guy, I'll go after her. So now we can say, what were you doing Monday night?
Why
Or
weren't
we
the
can
police
say,
protecting Dorota?
why weren't the police protecting Dorota?
Oh.
I feel like
don't know if
saying, why weren't the police protecting Dorota makes more sense, because we know they reported it. I think, what were you doing Monday night is bad life choice.
Yeah, fuck it. Ask it.
Why weren't the police protect?
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
He said, in hindsight, it did look like a good idea, doesn't it? But we didn't believe you, and we still don't. So now we just have leave. So we're going to the guest house.
It's all suspicious.
There's a lot of sus, but it's good. It's well written. I'm actually really pleased with this. So now we're gonna turn into the fucking queen bee bitch.
Hello,
The queen
I'm
bee,
Violet.
bitch.
I'm Violet. 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 I'm Violet
Here we go. We're leaving the room as Violet. So who are we visiting?
Everybody.
Who do we want to start with? I feel like
probably.
I feel like Rain is a good choice because nobody is on his side. You know what I mean? Like they're with him. He's with the I almost called them gypsies. They're really not, but the tarot readers.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd go to Rain.
Mrs. Gallagher. An unexpected pleasure.
Ooh, he likes her. He said, "When unexpected pleasure," and he had like a big shit-eating grin. So we can say, "How long are you planning to be here?" That's our only choice, other than leave.
Other than leave.
In town?
Walks in, turns around,
I
walks
really don't
out.
know. Until the tarot tells us to leave, or you kick us out, obviously.
He said, "In town until the tarot tells us to leave, or you kick us out." And so we can say, "How did you know that she was gonna die?" Or why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn? And I'm thinking they've kept to their story about the whole tarot thing. I don't think that's a good choice. So I think the only real choice is why do you think the police are after her?
Yeah.
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
Ooh. He said that's a very good question, because logically you'd think all three of us were in on it, or none of us.
Oh, actually, that's a valid point.
That's a very critical point to make. That definitely highlights the chief as being the prime suspect.
Oh yeah, he's hella suspicious.
So we can go to Bronwyn, Lexi. I think... I'm torn, because I don't know if Bronwyn will open up to her, because Lexi's most likely to break, so I want to have like as much information to like crush her with as I can. But then like Bronwyn can be a frigid bitch too, and I don't know if there's something we need before we can like get her to like crack, because like she really hasn't provided us almost any intel with any of the characters we've been as.
Yeah, I feel like we should go to Lexi first this time, then
Okay.
Bronwyn. Because with the character dynamics we know, I feel like it's better that way.
Yeah.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
So, she greeted us and she said, "Ignore the mess. I was just about to clean up." So we can say, "Did you have a pleasant evening last night?" Or we can leave. So we're gonna do that.
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
She said, "Great,
But you weren't
thanks.
in
The
this
room's
room,
really
were you?"
lovely." And so we can say, "Oh, we can bluff either way." But you weren't in this room, were you? Or we can say, "I didn't see you around yesterday evening." I think we should say the first one, "But you weren't in this room, were you?"
Yeah.
Oh no. Was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
Oh, he's not gonna be happy with that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
She just said, "I was sleepwalking again, was I? I haven't done that in ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?" So I think we should definitely say no. We can say yes or no, but it's both a bluff, but we know that she went to the other lady's room, so I think we should say no.
Yeah, say no.
Oh, thank God. I'll try not to let it happen again.
She said, "Oh, thank God, I'll try not to let it happen again." So now we got her to confess that she wasn't there. Alright, so now do we want to go see Chief? Or no, Bronwyn, we almost missed her.
Yeah. So
You don't
Lexi
trust me, do you,
sleepwalks. I
Violet?
feel like that's important.
Is it
She
because I
lied.
read tarot? Why don't you let me pull
She
a
did
card?
lie.
She's lying, Courtney,
But-
yeah. Because we
No,
know
thank
that
you.
she was with the other lady. So she's trying to play off she was sleepwalking, and that's why the story was inaccurate.
Oh.
And then she asked us if she came into her room or not, because she wasn't fucking sleepwalking. And had we said yes, she would have fucking known we were lying.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's why. It's a sticky web of bullshit. So now she wants to give us a chance at tarot, so we can say no thank you, or we can say okay.
Okay.
I think we should have a tarot.
Yeah, fuck it, do it.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder.
So as Violet, who again, I think is the next most likely to die because she fits the fucking motif, we can ask the murder because she wants to know what we want to know about. So we can do a reading on the murder, my love life, or Sam. I think Sam is totally unrelated to anything.
Yeah. I don't think love life. Well,
I don't think the
actually, maybe
murder.
love life.
I don't think the murder is a natural thing for her to choose. Love life might be a good one.
Yeah, because love life.
Oh, because she's got the trashy romance novel. Remember?
Yeah. So love life.
My
Yeah.
love life.
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but
And she said, I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but
the devil. You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you.
ooh.
Oh.
Maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep well
Oh,
last night?
so she said, we got the devil, and she showed us, and she said, that means you're being manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. She said, or it could mean you're having fantastic sex. And she was like, do you enjoy... and then she said, do you enjoy playing the victim? And so, yeah, so now I'm thinking, A, that was kind of a little bit of foreshadowing, because do you enjoy playing the victim? And then B, the whole you're being manipulated also points to the chief, but then all of our evidence for pointing at the chief is coming from the tarot people. So right now we haven't found any evidence that connects them, you know what I mean, other than the people who are blatantly suspicious or prejudiced against each other. So I'm like stressed because I'm like, all of our sources are the ones from each other. So now we can say, did you sleep well last night?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And she just said,
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
she just said, yes, thank you. So we can say, I didn't see you yesterday evening, or we can trash can it. That one, I don't know. I don't know if we should say I didn't see you yesterday evening, because she said she didn't remember what she did last night. And I don't know if that's...
But she did journal it.
Yeah, but she said she didn't have anything written in her journal either. So if somehow
She could have been lying.
I know, but we don't know if that's true or not. So if we choose this, there's a chance that somehow the tarot people know what statement we gave to the police. And if we said we don't remember last night, and we say I don't remember seeing you yesterday evening, or I didn't see you is what it says. I did not see you, so she remembers not seeing. I don't know if that's going to rat us out. I think that would be a mistake.
Okay.
I'm going to delete it. Alright, I'm going to leave. I know that's kind of playing it extra safe, but we've already kind of thrown someone under the bus, and Violet fits the killer profile if we assume there's a pattern. And I don't want to, like, up the ante of her dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to hail a cab and we'll go visit the chief.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
This is intense.
He seems
Yes,
pretty nice.
I'm okay.
He goes, what's going on, Violet? Is everything okay? And we can say, yes, I'm okay, or no, I'm not okay. So what do we want to pick? I feel like saying no, I'm not okay makes more sense, though. Because she is concerned. There's a murder in her house. She's told us that she wants to throw out the the psychics. You know what I mean?
People,
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say no, I'm not okay.
I'm not okay.
What's the matter?
The new detective's acting strangely.
So we can say the new detective's acting strangely. I think I might be the killer, or I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get to see how he reacts.
I don't feel safe.
You can feel safe. I've already got somebody posted outside the guest house. It's an unmarked car.
Yes.
You know Danny, don't you? Leyland's kid?
Oh, something
Any
good.
problems, you let him know. So, off you go. I'm being subtle. I don't want to see you back here, okay? You got anything to report, give me a call. Any problems, talk to Danny. Danny, remember?
Danny?
Okay, so he said, you can feel safe. I already have someone posted outside in an unmarked car. You remember Danny, don't you?
Oh.
And he was like, if something comes up, either call me or talk to Danny. And then we can say Danny, or we can say I remember, which I'm going to choose, because, like, we're not getting fucking murdered.
I remember.
Oh. Okay, so that's a detail he didn't tell us.
Look after yourself.
Yeah. Assuming it's true.
Mm.
So I don't know if we'll
That's
have the option to go talk to Danny now. I want to see if it pops up. Nope. We got visit, people, or we got go to room. I want to...
What if we change into the chief? Do we get that option then?
Yeah, I think we should change into the chief, and I think we should change into us again and see if we have any new choices.
Hi,
Yes, definitely.
Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Show me Danny. We got no Danny. I can... want me to hail...
Danny doesn't exist!
I don't feel like we should have to hail a cab to speak to Danny, because he's outside the house, but do you want me to click it just to check?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, no. We don't even have
No
the next
Danny.
location yet, so maybe that just unlocks him in the next chapter. Kind of like how we have
Yeah.
the boyfriend's address.
Right.
And that's going to be well done, too, because if someone dies, which I'm assuming as the plot advances, someone dies, they're adding in new characters as we're losing them. So that's pretty typical, too.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, we want to go to our room. We want to transform. We want to see if we have any choices.
Right. I feel like we should keep playing this on Monday in place of Among Us, because this is fun.
This is really good. Yeah, well, we were talking about making Monday a switch hit day kind of thing anyway. So I want to see what we have.
I'm going to change that in the schedule, because it still says Among Us, so I'll have to be like, switch it up day.
Alright, hold on.
Later thing anyway, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just checking all the people to see. It doesn't look like we have any new details. So I think that's definitely what it's going to be. It's going to be like your choices are going to impact the next chapter and what's open and what's not open. And we only fucked up one thing, which was Lexi's. So, but I think that was okay because that is something Lexi did before with us.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're good.
Yeah, now we have next chapter. We have Visit Chief Guest House next chapter, so let's go on.
Right.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police
So now
investigating the murder
now
of
we should have the
Dorota
option to
Shaw
visit
are
the
appealing
boyfriend
to
and
the
probably
community
talk
to
to
help catch her
But
Hopefully.
definitely our first
The body of 21-year-old Miss
first
Shaw,
choice, though,
an
should be
accomplished
to visit the
cellist,
boyfriend so
was
that we
found
can
in her
get more
home last
information
night.
and then see
Police
what
are
it was.
describing the murder as a violent and despicable act.
Hold on a second, it's
Monroe.
giving us plot.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why
Now they're
they
telling
want
us
to
the same
postpone it.
thing again.
Tonight the weather will be mostly dry
And I'm wondering
warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon.
if that's
as there
relevant,
may be
because the Tulip
scattered
Festival
showers.
is coming up
Best
or
take an
whatever.
umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
Probably.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay, so now we can do next chapter again, or keep investigating. So I guess we're gonna do next chapter, because this is what happened before, and we hit keep investigating. I think it fucked up.
Next chapter.
Okay, so we can visit the chief, we can visit Oscar, or we can go to the guest house. I think we should
at least...
definitely see the boyfriend before we go anywhere.
Yeah.
Who are
Nope.
you?
It's already 12. What? Where did the time go?
I know, this is actually really good. So, Oscar wants to know who we are, and we can say, I'm a shape-shifting detective. Or we can say, I am Sam, the Shaws hired me to investigate the murder.
Probably just Sam. I don't think we want to tell people we're the shape-shifting detective.
Right, because the local police are so
Oh,
rubbish.
God.
It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
So, he doesn't have any faith in the police, and he was like, yeah, they're rubbish. And he was like, it's been a whole day. So we could say, did you see Dorota yesterday? What can you tell me about Dorota's parents? how long were you dating Dorota, or we can leave?
Okay, we'll save the did you see her yesterday for last. We'll ask about her family.
Okay.
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
So he said not much about the family, except for the fact that they seemed happy to see him, but he didn't think they meant it because they wanted her to focus on the music. And so we have, did you see her, which you wanted to do last, and then how long were you dating? So we're going to do how long were you dating Dorota?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
Okay, so that's a mental note. Her family was not enthused about her dating him.
Yeah. And so he said maybe a month. We could say, any idea who would do this to her, or was she seeing anyone else? I feel like any idea who would do this to her is a better question than was she seeing anyone else. It's like, was she cheating on you?
Yeah, I don't know if that question is relevant. We don't have any evidence to prove that anyway.
No, no one. She was really popular.
So popular she ended up dead? Okay. So now we have, did you see Dorota yesterday? Is it possible the killer was hiding in Dorota's room? That's a new option.
Did you see Dorota yesterday?
You don't want to ask if the killer was hiding in the room?
Is it going to be deleted if we ask the other question?
I don't know. It doesn't have a trash can, but it's a new option that didn't exist. So I think we should choose it.
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet. And I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Ooh. And so he said, you mean someone in there watching us? That's disturbing. And he was like, no, there's nowhere to hide. And he goes, except for the closet. I guess someone could have been hiding in the closet. And I can say, must be a big closet, or have you hidden in there before?
Oh, I don't think asking him if he's hidden in there before is a good
Yeah,
idea.
I think we should just say, is it a big closet?
Yeah.
Like, have
Big
you
enough for
hidden
two
in there
people to have
before?
sex in.
Are you suspicious?
No false.
Oof. He overshared a lot. He said, yeah, it's big enough for two people to have sex in on all fours.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and I was like, that was so much overshare. I was like, my eyes. I can't unsee the text. Curse the straight agenda. So I'm like bleeding. Alright,
Oh god.
Doesn't feel very good, does it? No. Anyway, so we got Dorota like to experiment, or we can delete it. I do think we should probably ask about that.
Oh my god. I guess?
He overshared already. He's saying that they're fucking on all fours. I feel like we can ask she like to experiment.
She had a few kinks.
I
Nothing
don't
weird.
think it's a good idea, but
Alright,
okay,
did
go
it.
for it, man.
He said she had a few kinks, but nothing weird. And so I'm going to say kinks because it's the only option.
Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you.
Kinky bro?
He said, yeah, band from the 60s. I like how he acts like we're weird. So he's like, I'm not discussing this with you. It's like, dude, you already told us that you were having sex with your girlfriend in the closet. What? Like, you brought this up.
Right? You opened this door. We're following you down this rabbit hole.
Ooh,
Like,
so
what?
we can say what was in the closet. That's a new dialogue option.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, ask away.
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there.
Ooh.
She knew I'd seen it, but we never
What?
talked about it.
Ooh. Rain's looking hella guilty. Ooh. He just said mostly her clothes, but there was a wedding dress in there. I didn't ever ask her about it.
Oh.
And Rain was like, was she planning on getting married? Because I saw a wedding dress. So, well, Rain left out the wedding dress. So that means Rain was in the fucking closet.
Oh, shit.
Did you see Dorota yesterday is a question. I'm sorry, does he have Minecraft
Yeah.
stuff on his wall? He has Minecraft stuff on his wall. Hold on. Hold on while this
I'm
fucking
sorry,
movie
what?
plays. Hold on. Hold on while this plays. This broke the immersion. I can't take this child seriously. Hold on. I mean, I have
Hold
nothing.
up.
I have nothing against Minecraft, but like he already looks pretty young. But now that he has like a Minecraft pickaxe on his wall, I'm like, why? Like,
Are you sure this game wasn't?
Hold
was
on.
this game made recently?
Yeah, it's a new game. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was so horrified when we first saw it. So it was over here on the right. If they get to the frame, I know this is like totally not what normal people would do and focus on in the game, but I'm always about the backgrounds. I blame it on my degree, but like when it goes there. Plus, they're showing us his crotch. Can we not stare at this? Like they're focusing on the hands, but his groin is right there.
Now
Like,
I just want to
put
play the
it
first chapter
away.
of this, just so I can.
Well, this is
first, like,
chapter
in
2,
this
so
part. I just want to play through this.
he
just
needs
so
to
I can
shave
see
too.
this
He's got a lot
now.
of stubble.
To shave. So critical of this guy.
Well, he's trying to be a hairless mole boy, but like he's got like stubble. I'm not being judgmental. They filmed this. This was something they set up. They could have fucking shaved his face.
Okay.
Man, it's just looping for. It's gonna take forever to see the Minecraft thing. Can you hurry up, game? I don't want to have to rewind my own stream later. I'm gonna give it like one more minute, and if we don't see it, I was trying to look at his fingernails too because they blurred them out to see if there was anything like totally obvious, like blood. And I was like, it's been a whole day, but like, what if he's relishing in it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just relishing.
Reveling in it.
Yeah, like I don't know, like relishing the moment.
Didn't they say... Wait, hold on. Didn't they say she was strangled? There wouldn't be blood.
Yeah, but he might have like marks or something, or like something under. Because if you choke someone, you could have nails indent. But he's got like super short nails. I'm just waiting for it to show the wall again. I don't think it will.
No, there wouldn't be marks on him really. There'd be marks on her. Now, if he left a fingerprint
But that's what I'm
on
saying.
her-
Like he might have something under his nails, but it's been a whole day. But I was still watching his damn nails. I don't think they're gonna show the wall again.
I don't think so either. I think you need to move on with your life, man.
Hold on, I can give it a couple more seconds because he did have like a cocky
Clayton,
smirk.
come on.
Shut up! You're a
Clayton,
dead
come
voice
on.
in my
Clayton.
head.
Clayton, come on.
He has Minecraft on his wall, and I will prove it. This child can't be trusted. Are you even old enough to give a fucking? Are you even old enough to give a statement?
Clayton, just move on.
He's
with
a
your
child
life.
and he was having sex on all fours. Alright, so
Clayton.
did you see Dorota yesterday? I'm gonna click the button in like a minute. I need to see this.
Clayton,
Hold on.
click the fucking button.
No, it's not gonna show it. All right, whatever.
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon.
It's on the wall by the door.
We were
Just click the fucking
hanging out.
button, please.
I left at about 5.
So he says he was there, but he left at about 5. I know we can say we don't even have the choice. We have to say, where were you at 9 p.m. last night?
Playing football. It was just 5 aside.
Oh my
Finished
gosh.
at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
He said that he was playing football and they finished at about 9:30. All right, so now we can go to the guest house. We can visit the chief. What do we want to do?
Probably visit the chief to check in.
Well, we haven't really gotten any new information to report. I wonder if we should do the chief last.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Okay,
at least
let's
let us
go back to
confront
that.
Danny or something. You know what I mean?
If he's even an option, but yeah.
He might be. Plus, we don't even know if anyone's died at the guest house.
That's true. Violet could be dead.
Yep. Let's go visit Violet, since you just mentioned that.
Pardon me.
She's still alive. She's sitting there.
Cool.
We can say, why would someone kill Dorota? Do you think Oscar killed Dorota?
Does she even know Oscar?
I don't know. I don't feel like that would give anything away. Oh wait, didn't she tell us about Oscar? Yeah, she told us about Oscar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, then yeah, ask her that.
Vicar's son.
She hysterically
No,
laughed.
No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a
I
good
guess that's a
boy.
no.
But
Yeah.
we've got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Ooh. Ooh. So she just said, he seems like a good boy, but we all have different faces, don't we, Sam?
Oh, shit. Is she
So
onto us?
we have the option of different faces, or you know about me? I'm just gonna say different faces.
She's
The
so
masks
onto
we
us.
wear.
The masks
I
we
could
wear,
be
she
a
said.
satanic cultist behind closed doors, but
Oh,
You'd
okay.
never know, would you, Sam?
She said I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors and you wouldn't know that, would you, Sam? So we
Oh
can
yeah,
say...
that's definitely not a suspicious thing to say.
Yeah, especially when they're talking about rituals. Why would someone kill Dorota? I'm gonna go with that.
She flaunts
Yeah.
herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs
Watch
taken.
Violet be the evil one.
I think she
What
might
do you
be.
think those photos
Her
were
and the
for,
cop.
Sam? Her mother.
Violet and Cop in cahoots. They're evil.
Fuck, I missed that last part. I think she asked about who do we think took the photos, but she said she flaunts herself, and she was like, who do you think it either took or looks at the photos? I was distracted. I was listening to you, and then
Sorry.
no, you're fine. I'm assuming she said, who do you think looks at them? And she was like, her mother. So we can say, who were they for? Or sounds like you have, you know a lot about Dorota.
She does seem to know quite a bit about her.
That does sound like a really suspicious question asked, though. I feel like we should ask who they're for. I know it's direct, but, like, is that too direct?
Okay.
Ask Zach Weston. He took them.
Ask Zach Weston, he took them. So we just learned about a new character, so I'm going to
Zach's
ask
the
them.
local photographer.
Cool, more
You should
people
go
to
and
talk
talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
So she said he's a local photographer and we should go talk to him. We're good at
At
talking.
Weston's Photographic? Off the
We're
high
good
road?
talking.
It's late, but he's always there.
And so she gave us the address. So we can say, how do you know that? Because she's like, it's late, but he's always there. Or we can say, am I supposed to know where he is? So I'm going to ask, how do you know that?
I have a good memory.
I definitely think we need to
still
do
holding
another
grudges
run
from when
through
I
this
was
for as
4.
shitty as possible.
Now she's saying she has a good memory and she's been holding grudges since she was 4. But she was
Okay, well,
also saying she can't remember last night.
so she's full of shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what that says.
I wonder if there's a way where we could yoink her journal and check it ourselves.
We haven't had an option to visit her room. Who do we want to talk to? Do we want to talk to Rain? Do we want to talk to... I think Broen and Lexi. I don't know which one of them, but one of them should be last, other than the chief. Because the chief I don't think we should reach out to until we have, like, details.
Probably Broen. We should save for last. Let's talk to Rain.
Alright.
Sam, what can I do for you?
So he wants to know what he can do for us. So we can say, how do you get Dorota's name from the tarot? Lexi mentioned you're here to do a job. Or we could say, where were you before August? Lexi did tell us that.
She did.
So I think we should say that.
Yeah, what the hell is their job that they're doing
We're
here?
trying to save people.
Okay, he said we're trying to save people. Now we can either say it's not working, or we can trash can it.
It's not working. No, obviously trash can.
Really? Because I was gonna say maybe we should say it's not working. Because that does kind of sound like a detective-y kind of response, where they're like, we're trying to save people, and you're like, well, it's not working. You know, so...
Alright, yeah, that's right. Fuck it, go for it then, yeah.
He did say not to upset people, but this is kind of matter of fact. I feel like we're gonna have to push a little.
I said
Fuck
we're
it, do
trying.
it.
We have a gift.
Oh, here we
have
go.
Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them.
Okay, so he let us know a little more. He said, I said we're trying, and he's like, we've got Mercury the Tarot, and it tells us where bad people are going to do things, and we try to stop them. So we can say, how'd you get her name from the tarot, or where were you before August?
Yeah, how'd you get, probably how'd you get her name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
What? They're using everything. He said we didn't. Alexi used a Ouija board to get her name.
A Ouija board?
And that's literally the question we have, or we can say, so the tarot didn't tell you. So I think we should ask with the Ouija board.
Why the fuck would psychics use a Ouija board?
I've never heard a story with a Ouija board that ended well, and I still stick to that. That is literally the one thing. If you show up to my house with a Ouija board, I will fucking kill you where you stand, and everyone I know knows that. Like, you will not cross the threshold with it. You will literally die before you get into my house.
Yeah, no, you don't fuck with Ouija boards. That's just asking
It's
for trouble.
Lexi's thing.
Fuck that.
I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
So he said it's Lexi's thing. He personally doesn't go near them, but in this case it helped. And so we only had the option, couldn't you use the Ouija board on its own?
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using
Maybe
it, to be
Lexi's
honest.
playing all Inno, but she cursed her Ouija board.
So he said that the Ouija board needs direct context from the tarot to work, and that when they use it, it often gives no information, or it says some kind of like lewd comment about Lexi. And he laughed and he was like, I think that's why she uses it so much.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so we can choose, tell me more about the Ouija board, or where were you before August? Tell me more about the Ouija board as a new option that didn't exist before.
Yeah, we should ask more about the Ouija board. This is important. I think.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
So he said that they used the Ouija board and it spelled out the victim's name and it spelled out Dorota. And so now we have how does it work, and that's the only choice.
Okay, fine.
This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
What? Okay, so admittedly, we're a shapeshifter, so I'm open to paranormal as real in this world. So he said that most people believe that a Ouija board requires a spirit that tells you the information. And he said, but that spirit has to know the future, which means it's likely a time traveler who died here.
Fucking what?
Yeah, and then our choice is time travel is real. Now, hold on though. In the beginning of the game, we had the option to stay silent or talk. And when we talked, we rewound. So we might be the time traveler if we die.
Okay.
Which would also kind of explain our portrait, which has blurred faces and stuff, which can represent obviously being a shapeshifter, or it can also represent that we've died and it's like the multiple spirits of us. So we can say time travel is real, or we can dumpster it. I feel like we could question it. There's nothing wrong with that in my book.
Yeah, I feel like we should push this.
I do wish I had tone, because like with the other characters, you get to hear the tone that they're asking it in, so you kind of get a little more insight. But with the main character, you don't.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't voice act the main character.
I think because he can be anybody. Like, Sam is also, like, a gender-neutral name. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're assuming Sam's a dude, but what if Sam's a woman? Or what if Sam's non-binary? Or, you know what I mean? Like, we got no idea.
That's true, self-insert
Sam could be walking around like a claymation doll with no features, and we got no clue. Because we've never seen ourselves.
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
So he's saying yes, and not only time travel is real, but space travel is real, and if we accept the fact that there are multiple realities, then we have to accept the fact that someone has found a way to travel between them. And so then we have, where were you before August, or we can leave.
Where were you before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either.
He told us the truth.
The problem with travelers is...
Hold on. Ooh.
Let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Ooh. Okay, so he slipped up and mentioned travelers. So now we can say Birmingham travelers. So that's probably why they must know about time travelers. So the traveler is a time traveler.
Let me ask
Yeah,
Bronwyn.
do it, Travis.
If she says it's okay to talk about it,
Push
it's
that
okay to
shit.
talk about it.
So he said he wants to talk to Bronwyn about it first, and if she okays it, then he'll tell us the rest.
Okay, so turn into Bronwyn and be like, yeah, tell them about Travelers.
Oh, that is shiesty as fuck. You don't think we should go to Bronwyn first as, like, ourselves? To see if we have the option to be like, hey, can you tell him about that? You think we should just turn into her and be like, yes, go, Queen, tell all the secrets. I feel like that's super sus, because, like, we're like, okay, we'll be right back. And then, like, we turn into Rowan and come back, and then we leave and then come back as us. Rowan met me in the hall, and she totally said, you know what I mean? That's, like, very sitcom-y. I think we should avoid that. I think that's a bad choice. I think you're terrible at this.
I'm not!
I think that's an awful choice. Let's visit Rowan and see if we can convince her.
What about Lexi? Let me talk to her. Talk to small
Ooh.
fishies, then the big fish. What?
We have lots of choices with her. We can say, do you know Dorota's boyfriend? Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours. And we can say, tell me about the Ouija board.
Oh, okay.
So we have all the good choices.
Let's start small and ask if she knew Dorota's boyfriend.
Before we throw this bitch under the bus, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
He came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
So she says yes, that he came to her and asked if she was okay spiritually speaking. Did he tell you anything about Dorota? Or we can say you contacted Dorota's spirit? What do you want to choose?
Oh wait, actually, if she did, then she might be able to tell Dorota's spirit might be able to tell us who the killer is.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that easy, but we can ask.
Go for it.
No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
So she said no because she's not a medium, she just does tarot. And then she said, but maybe I should have made something up and give him some kind of message to give him some kind of comfort. And then we have the option, why didn't you make up a fake message? Or we could delete it. I think we should delete it. Because that seems like, why weren't you shiesty? I don't know. You know what I mean? Because...
I mean, I think it's a valid question. Like, why didn't you make up something up to give him comfort? Why didn't you do that?
That's shiest, I will, though.
You lie once, and you just have to keep going, don't you?
She says, you lie once, and then you have to keep going, don't you?
Okay, that's mildly shiesty, but okay.
Well, she's not wrong, because you'd have to keep that lie up. Anytime it was ever talked about, she'd have to reaffirm and lie again. So, Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours. Tell me about the Ouija board.
We should do Ouija board first, then we'll counter her with Lexi.
Okay.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy.
She says it's Lexi's, and she wants to believe that it works through metaphysical, or work the same way most metaphysical things do, which is through energy. And so we can say energy, or what metaphysical things? So energy, I feel, is like a little bit. Maybe we should ask about metaphysical things.
Yeah, I feel like the metaphysical option is probably more important.
Tarot cards, runes, Ouija boards. They're just devices for asking questions and receiving answers. But energy is what powers them.
Okay, so she said tarot cards, runes, Ouija boards. They're just devices to get messages, and energy is what's powering them. And so we can say, Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours. Want to click that?
Yep, click that
She
shit.
gets easily confused.
Put that
Use her
bitch
today.
on the spot.
Oh, she just dismissed it. She said, she gets easily confused, youth of today. So we can say, Browen, tell me the truth, or we can say, you're lying.
Tell me the... Do you want to be nice or do you want to be direct?
We know she's lying for a fact, though, because the other lady, we were able to catch that she was in the hall. So we're not bluffing if we say you're lying.
Do we want to reveal that we know that, though?
I don't know. I mean, at some point we gotta press to have someone tell the truth, right? And I feel like this is the easiest thing. And it doesn't really say, you're the killer. It just says, we know she was here.
Yeah, alright, press her.
No, Sam. No, I'm not lying about that. I was in my room, only Lexi, she never came to see me. She was in her room. I could hear her, though. She was shouting at someone.
Ooh. So she said that, no, she's not lying, that Lexi was in her room, and that she never actually came to see her, but she heard her shouting at someone. And so now we have the option of, why did you lie about your alibi? Or we can leave.
Yeah, we gotta ask her about that.
Yeah, that's kind of...
To protect Lexi. None of this
To
is
not
her
ask
fault. She
that
gets
would be
anxious
kinda
easily.
stupid.
I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
So she said that, she said that she was doing it to protect Lexi. So now we're entering the realm of shady, because we're starting to throw people under the bus. And she's like, she gets confused and anxious so easily. I wanted to protect her, you know, and she's like, I'm so sorry, Sam, I don't usually lie. And so now we can say, what about Rain? Or what were you doing in your room? I feel like asking about Rain is a better question.
You think so?
Well, because here's my thought. If we ask, what were you doing in your room? Then she can tell us whatever, right? There's no way to check that. Because now we canonly know that she was by herself, allegedly.
Right.
The other option is we ask about Rain, and then if she gives us anything about Rain, we can check with Rain, and then we'll know one of them is lying. You know what I mean? And, like, Rain's been pretty honest and forthcoming the whole way through. So it would kind of more put a mark against her. She's got way more... Well, I mean, we already caught her in one lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my thought process. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I follow your logic. I think that's not a terrible plan. So yeah, go for it.
Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
So she said she would be highly suspicious if Rain said he was doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night, because that's what he does every night.
Oh, other than reading? Okay, and he said he was praying. Oh,
yeah, which she did also tell Lexi while we were as Lexi that she was worried and, you know, did he find Jesus thing. So do we want to go to Lexi now?
Yeah, I wonder if we can go back and confront Rain about that later, though.
Hi, Sam.
We can
Back
try.
from more already?
So Lexi just said, hi, Sam, back back for more already. And so we can say... Did you know Dorota's boyfriend? Why did you lie about your alibi? Tell me about your Ouija board. Tell me about the Traveler.
Interesting. Okay, tell me, did you know Dorota's boyfriend? We'll start small.
No, I think Bronwyn met him, though.
She said no, but I think Brown meant him, though. And then we can say for what or when.
When?
This morning. He only wanted to see her. I guess
we
he
know
didn't want
for
anyone
what?
else to hear what he had to say.
She said it was this morning, and he only wanted to see her and didn't want anyone else to hear what he had to say. So now we have the same choices. Why'd you lie about your alibi, Ouija board, or Traveler?
Ouija board.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
So she said it's your run-of-the-mill communication device. Do you want to know how it works? And so we can say, no, I'll pass, or let's hear it. I think we should hear it.
Let's hear it.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Okay, so she says that it communicates to spirits and there's stars in space and all that. And she goes, so where is the spirit world? It must be really far away. So we can say I've heard enough or go on. So,
Go on.
yeah.
We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
So she said, with so far to travel, it must take forever for messages to reach us. Just like the light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to get here. Are you still with me? So we can say yes, but I'm wishing I wasn't, or hooked on your every word. So I'm going to say hooked.
Hooked!
Oh,
We're
sweet.
so hooked!
Where was I?
Oh, we got patient
so
listener.
here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages
Cool
about
achievement.
things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
So she says the spirit world. The choices. She said the spirit world is several hours ahead of us. So that's how we were able to get Dorota's name, because in the spirit world she was already dead, and she did like an excited like hands out thing, like isn't that amazing? And so we can say that makes no sense, or we can say wow ... I think we should say wow.
Whoa, wow.
I know, mind blowing.
She goes, I know, mind blowing. So now we can
Mind blowing.
So now we can say, tell me about the traveler, or why'd you lie about your alibi? I think the traveler is the question.
Yeah, traveler.
Traveler?
We need to know, man. We need to know.
Game, isn't it?
Maybe we're the traveler.
Ooh, she said, traveler. That's an old role-playing game, isn't it? We can say bluff. Rain told me all about it.
Bluff this
Oh, did
bitch.
he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How's it
Bluff
feel?
your little heart out.
So she said, did he now? Well, then you know everything that I know. You must be part of our inner circle now. How does it feel? And we can say feels good or remain silent.
I think we need to shut our hole on this one.
Yeah. So let's say, why'd you lie about your alibi?
Why'd you lie about your
I didn't.
alibi?
How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Yeah. So she said, I didn't. Well, she goes, how'd you find out? Am I in trouble? We can say, yes, it's obstruction of justice, which it is. Or we can say, that depends on why you lied. So I think that's the sweeter way to go.
Yeah.
Bait her with her ignorance.
Dawn was worried about me not having an
Like
alibi.
blunt,
She was often doing phone
direct,
readings, so
or-
she's alright.
No,
There's nothing
it's
to prove that I was here.
fine.
I was though. Cross my heart and hope to die.
She said that Brone was worried about her because she didn't have an alibi, that Brone was logged in on her phone or whatever, doing a phone reading or something like that, and that that's proof, and that she had nothing, so they came up with this. But Brone's the one who threw her under the bus, so one of them is definitely lying. So we already spoke to Violet. We already spoke to Rain. I think we talked to all of them, so now we can get in the cab.
It's 7 o'clock,
I think
and
after
here's
we
the
speak
latest
to-
August
to the
update.
Hold on.
Chief DuPont of August
Yeah, we
Police
can
is
stop
urging
soon.
residents to be vigilant
Apparently we've
tonight
done enough
following
to
the brutal
unlock the
murder of
next chapter
21-year-old
if we
Dorota
want.
Shaw. Whilst
'Cause
he
it's going
stresses there is
through it.
no immediate threat to the
We haven't
community
talked
at
to them nearly
large,
enough. We still haven't
I
residents
know,
should
we're
be on the
gonna
lookout until the
choose
killer
keep
is in
investigating,
police
but it's
custody.
going on right now.
Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
And they're talking about a car accident that happened. They said that the mother found the body. So we can visit the chief, we can visit Oscar. So you want to visit the chief, and then after that we call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Anything new to say today?
So he wants to know if we have any more news about Oscar. So we can say he was playing football last night. Who's on your suspect list? Broen and Lexi are lying about their alibis, or we can shut up. We can say, what do we know?
Okay, so
I think
mean,
that.
technically,
Go ahead.
let's say the football is Oscar's alibi.
Yep.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough evidence really, other than that that Lexi and Bronan were lying about their alibis. We have nothing other than that really, and I don't think his suspect list would have changed at the moment.
Well, I think we should definitely explore the dialogue options because sometimes we get new stuff. But I think we should delete Broen and Lexi are lying about their alibis.
You think so? Why?
Or I guess we could maybe leave it for later because we don't know if he's the killer or not.
It's true.
You know, so I don't want to give him information that could lead, because now we know that everyone's fucking lying. Like, literally every single person is lying. So I think we should tell him about the football and see what he has to say.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
So he said, yep, that's what he told me too, not a suspect. So I am going to ask who's on your suspect list, because I want to see who he's going for.
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
Oh, here we go. So when I asked that, he said just the tarot readers. No one's even remotely suspicious compared to them. So now we can say, what about Dorota's family? We can say, I'd add the boyfriends. We can say, it's not the tarot readers. Or we can say, I'd add Violet. So Violet has been pretty judgmental, but I don't know if that's necessarily it either. The family was just brought into family. Brought into family. The family was brought into question. And the mother finding the body is kind of suspicious in itself.
Yeah.
But we have to make a choice. Is the bad thing. They're making us choose one of these. So far we can either say it's not the tarot readers, which I don't think we can rule out yet.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to add Violet per se, because even though she's a little sus, she hasn't. We have nothing that like is a giant red flag, other than like she's,
right.
You know.
Yeah. And Oscar hasn't really raised any red flags either.
Yeah. So let's just ask about the family.
Yeah.
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
Alright, so so he said that they had gone to a show at 8 o'clock and that she had the house all to herself, and that when they came back they were completely devastated and they left town for a while to go stay with relatives. And then he said, I should have probably made them stay though. Which is sus to me that he let them go.
Yeah, that's suspicious as fuck. Usually
that's why I'm like, I think we should take a bullet before we tell him that. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we should tell him shit. We can say, what do we know? So do you want me to ask that again?
Yeah, what do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up.
Oh shit.
Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham.
Hold on.
You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange.
Fuck.
Violet says she doesn't remember last night.
What's wrong?
I've got that in hand. And finally, you pull the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
Fuck. Okay. So when I said, what do we know? he said that Browan and Lexi's alibis aren't adding up. That's still a choice. Given the fact that the game is currently registering that that's a thing, I think we should fucking delete it.
Yeah.
Because if I have to choose between destroying some circumstantial evidence or, like, giving the killer a reason to hide his murder, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to destroy circumstantial evidence. I want that deleted.
You're just gonna sit there and fidget.
Okay, so he said, are you going to just sit there and fidget? So I'm going to hit what do we know just to see
Rain
again.
says he was praying in his room,
And see if he
alone.
doesn't have that in there anymore.
Nobody corroborates. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add
Nope.
up.
Shit, he still says it.
Apparently,
We didn't
Lexi
tell
used
him
a
that,
Ouija
though.
board to get to Rota's name. The tarot readers
He might have
mentioned
jumped
Birmingham.
to the conclusion on his
You're
own.
looking into it.
And like,
Does
our
some talk
option
about
is
a
to either
traveller?
tell him or just
Whatever that
not
is.
say anything.
Yeah.
Oscar's not a suspect. He was
And
playing
I
football
deleted
last
it,
night
so
with
for
lots
whatever
of
it
witnesses.
counts, it counts.
According to
It could
Oscar,
be a
Dorota
glitch
had a
with the
wedding
game,
dress
too,
in her
so I don't
closet,
know.
which
Maybe.
is strange.
But he literally
Violet
knows,
says
like,
she
pretty
doesn't
much
remember
everything.
last night, but I'm confident.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
talking about the wedding
And
dress.
finally, you
he's
put
talking
in
about
Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the
photographer.
town photographer. I've never run into him.
We probably are
Still,
giving him reports.
guess
as
I'm
we
not in the
do
papers
stuff.
that much.
Yeah, but, like,
That's
it
it.
makes me stressed because we don't know if he's good or not, so...
He is super suspicious.
I don't know if we can save. Okay, so I just exited the game. So yeah, so that's everything. For now anyway. Go ahead and say goodnight, Courtney.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you for basically hanging out with us for a while. Thanks for watching our shenanigans with my power outage and me becoming a disembodied voice for the night. I hope you enjoyed anyway. Have a good night, folks.
Yep, thank you everyone who was watching. I know it was a little shenanigan-y because we did swap over, but I think this game is actually like a secret freaking golden nugget. I really thought it was going to be cringe and horrible, and so far we're really liking it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll definitely probably play it again Monday. Have a good one.